Hey guys, what's up? PsychoTube here. I'm excited. Been working like crazy, and didn't really want to do a quick video just to do a quick video. I actually wanted to see how this season was gonna turn out, and nothing like a good win against the Eagles. We finished our drought with them, and we may have made it into the playoffs with a win against them. Unfortunately, it's a 1-1 with the Eagles this year. So what that means is a freaking conference record comes into effect. And unfortunately, we lost 4 freaking games in the conference so far. So right now we have another game in the conference, which is the Redskins. It should be a win against them, but it's a division title. So that records go out the window. And to them, that's the only Super Bowl they care about, okay? Winning against the Cowboys. And so technically what that means is they're probably going to try and give us their best shot. And with McCoy out, RG3 is going to play. And you saw what happened against the Giants. That's the only thing they have to play about. It's just win against the Cowboys, you know. And next week is probably going to try and win against the Eagles. You know, screw our playoff hopes. You know, one has to go through. But to them, no bye week, wild cards, whatever shit that we can, as low as we can go, luckily, they probably just want us to be the third seed. There's no way we're gonna be a 4 seed with the way the South is playing. But that being the case, the Redskins probably just gonna try and beat us, any way they can. And I'm more afraid for Romo in the sense that they're the ones that injured us. But well, talking about injuries, quick time on that. Doug Free was injured. He probably just, if he's gonna miss any games, he's probably just gonna miss 1, maybe 2, depending on how bad that ankle is. It's a good time to see if 78 can actually pull it off, because damn, I've been so pissed about, so pissed on his bad performance the past several years. You know how he penalties, motivation, but that's been the whole team. Right now, he's been playing solid football. He is a good lineman. Just the past 3 years, I could blame him on him too. False starts, bad, just bad motivation, bad attitude. But this year, he's been doing well, and as a good line, it's been a good freaking line. Smith, Martin, and Frederick. I mean, it's been a good line. They've been doing their job. So I can't talk shit about the guy. Just I didn't like him for previous years. So right now, I hope he gets well fast. But if not, it's good to see what we have in this young kid, 78. That they put him in the line for Doug Free. That being said, I wish if we had ended with the same wins, that we would have the tiebreaker. But this year, unfortunately, the freaking conference, we've thrown out wins out the door because we haven't played well in the conference well enough. We have 4 losses out of 12, so that means the best record we're gonna end up with is 8-4. When we beat the Redskins, we have to now. We have to, because an 11-5 record would only mean that we are allowing the Eagles to win. You know what that means? With 11-5, that's the best they can get, an 11-5. And in previous years, we've usually had a good conference record, but we had screwed enough in the division and in the no conference, meaning the AFC, that tied with several teams, or maybe like the 8-8 and 9-7 would screw us, right? We had the opportunity in previous seasons that All we needed was the 9th win, which we couldn't get. Alright? Now, everybody's winning. Arizona, Seattle, Green Bay, Lions. Everybody's winning, and technically everybody could get to 12-4 just like us. Everybody could get in 12-4, so what does that mean? Conference comes into play. So we're stuck at 8-4 conference. If we win against the Colts, just like freaking Philadelphia won 4-0 against the AFC, we'd be 4-0. So we need that win to at least be as good enough AFC-wise as the Eagles. That being said, we would be 11-4. If we win against the Redskins like they're supposed to, okay, we'd be 12-4, and they are going to be as good enough as 11-5 if they win out. So the fact that this win against the Eagles got us an advantage against them because we could be 12-4. We've not been 12-4 since I can't remember. Basically, with the exception of the 13-3 in 2007, if you take that away, we haven't been 12-4 in about 10 years or more. Think about that. Okay, 3 8-8, a crappy 2010 season. All right, and what else could you say? I mean, 11 maybe, 10-6 from 2006 and whatnot. We haven't been 12-4 in a while, so it's just as good as that 13-3. But could that 12-4 get us to the first seed? Maybe a bye week. What can that 12-4 get us? Well, unfortunately, like I mentioned, because of the conference, because of those 4 losses in the conference, not much. Maybe just a 3rd seed. I was looking at, a playoff machine on ESPN, and technically, Arizona, Seattle, Green Bay, and us could end up with 12-4. You know what that means? Even if Seattle beats them next week, they could technically still, they could all be 12-4. Seattle obviously will have the tiebreaker head-to-head because they already beat them once in their home. So Seattle will be the 1st seed. Green Bay, if they win out, they'll be the 2nd seed. Detroit probably be there with the 10-6 if they win against. Actually, they can still lose against Chicago and be the 6th seed. We've be leading our division with 12-4. That's a no-brainer. We've went to 12-4. We'll be the 3rd seed, and the 5th seed would be Arizona. So that would be interesting. Now, what would need to happen for us to get a bye week? Well, Green Bay would need to be 11-5, and Detroit would need to be 11-5. Because of the conference thing, that'd be the main issue. The conference, record. Most of them have less than 4 losses. Okay, so we need to hope, if we want Romo to be healthy and give us good 3 games, divisional champion and Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're gonna get there, but I mean, if they give us 3 good, wins in a row, if we make it to the playoffs, it'll be a good bet. We need a bye week. You know what I mean? A good rest of Romo to have we don't need to be the 1st seed. The way we've been playing on the road, just with the 2nd seed, that'd be good enough. Good home game and then a road game and then the Super Bowl. Imagine that. So it's possible. I'm not a trash talker. Said some comments on YouTube, talking something like that, and just trolling around. I'm not a real hater with people that are brave enough to do bits. You know, I'm a stutterer, as you can tell. You know, I know, but I'm more of a Jerry Jones, get your act together, and I have to, in that respect, I have to give him credit because you know it took us 3 years, and the process that every time the Jason get, you see the winning bits in the locker room, and it's all about basically a strong mindset and a mindset and a good will. He sounds like a broken record, but I'll give him that. I mean, he knows what to say to the players, and he's been keeping the players motivated. And right now, after being 8-8, having a 10-win season, and maybe even staring down at a 12-4 season, you know, it's a good. I mean, we still kind of sucked at home. If we win against the Colts, it's a 4-4 season. You know, at home. So it's a 50-50 chance to try and win, and even as a third seed, you know, or the bye week or whatnot. I mean, to win at home, still 50-50 chance, and that depends who we get. You know, so it's nothing said. I'm not saying, you know, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. No, I'm just saying if we get to the Super Bowl, you know, it probably will help all our no, it will help our odds if we have a bye week. That's all I'm saying. But hey, if we can make a run with 4 straight games after the season ends, this is a good year to do it. But I just want another, in a sense, I just want to win, kind of like the 2009 season, to kind of keep us that when we get to the playoffs, we're not going to be those one and done. You know, if we get to the playoffs, that we have a good enough team to be competitive. And that was what we did in 2009. Unfortunately, kind of like this year, you have a strong Green Bay team like it was a Saints team in 2009. You have a strong defensive team in Seattle like you had in 2009 with the Vikings, right? So, Cardinals made it to the 2009 after their 2008 run that they made it to the Super Bowl. You know, so the Cardinals again, you know, kind of a little bit deja vu. And if the Saints win their division, there they are again. Okay, the kind of like, you know, Cardinals and all that. You know, it's just a weird, similar, not all of them, but similar teams like the 2009 season could be in this year's playoff. And so I'm just excited, but the reason I was out, besides work, the reason I was out is because there's nothing you can, you know, I was giving shit to some Philly fans because they were so sure about sweep. I mean, it's a divisional, you can never say sweep, you know, because it's a divisional opponent, you know. I actually had us sweeping the Redskins, and we swept the Giants. I had us 1-1. I had us 1-1 with Philly. Had us 1-1 with the Giants, and sweeping the Redskins. We swept the Giants 1-1 like Philly, like I thought, just respectably at home, not on the road like they did. So, and if we win against the Redskins with like we should, okay, that's a 1-1. So in a way, I kind of, you know, had it correct, but with the wrong teams. So you can't say that. Right now, I'm being conservative, and I'm hoping for the best. But to give us a good, solid shot at the playoffs, we need to get in 12-4. So that means a win out. A win out. I mean, that. They haven't done that. And you know what a win out means in December right now? To get 0-4. 0-4 from previous seasons, so 2-2 at the most. You know, to be at 4-0 in December. I mean, Hell, I know they could do it, but this is a new team. That's the point I'm trying to make. This is a new team. This is not the same Cowboys everybody's trying to bitch at. Everybody's trying to put down. No, this is a new team. And if they screw up, if Green Bay Lions, if they screw up, we get a bye week. We're going to get a healthy Romo. We're going to get a good, solid Romo that's going to be ready. Look at what 10 games gave us. 10 games. 10-day rest gave us. A good team that could battle, started strong, and could get back into it. You know what I mean? That's the kind of team that I want. We could, imagine. That's what I'm saying. Imagine what we could do if we had that bye week. We need that bye week. Let's just hope that Seattle pushes down Arizona, so they don't they don't win the division. That's gonna help us. So regardless of their record, we just don't want them to win the division. And secondly, that Green Bay doesn't win out. That's all we need. If they stay at 11-5, I don't care who they lose. If it's against Lions or against Tampa Bay, just they need to lose one. That's all we care about. They will make the playoffs, but it's just that we could get a bye week. And it's funny, the way it looks is it's either the first seed or the third seed. It's very, very hard to be the second seed. There's no way around it. We need the only one that could tie us at 12-4, which is the Seahawks, and because of the head-to-head, we would get them. So it's basically, it's kind of shooting for the first seed since 2007. All right. Well, let's hope it's a good year. Let's hope we win out first of all, because if not, whatever scenarios mean shit. We need to win out. And we need to win out to ensure and clinch our division, because I don't care about Philly. Honestly, I don't care about Philly what they're doing. But if they win out, they still have a good shot of winning the division. So we need to do our work against the Colts. That's the main thing. If we don't win against the Colts, we're screwed. Okay, because if we can't handle a division leader like the Colts, it only means that we probably won't be able to handle the Redskins. So everything that we did, we're probably going to screw it up and end up at 2-2 or a 3-1, but with no playoff hopes. Come on, that's not what we want. So let's hope for the best. Go fucking Cowboys. They can do it. See ya.